All right, joining me now, good friend and mentor, Phil Gramm, former Texas senator. He's author of the new book, The Myth of American Inequality. He was a House member for 6 years. He was a senator for 18 years. I want to get that in. He was a Democrat once upon a time, just like I was, and then he became a Republican, just like I did, just like Reagan did, just like Trump did. Anyway, it's a distinguished group. Senator Gramm, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And your book and your op-ed pieces, so we've given so much transfer payments, even though the Census Bureau doesn't count it, and tax benefits, that actually you're saying there is no income inequality, that the bottom quintile is doing as well as the second and third quintiles.
Actually, the census counts only about 1/3 of all transfer payments and no taxes. So that it claims the difference between the bottom 20% of wage earners and the top is 16.7 to 1. But when you count all transfer payments, and the government now transfers $45,400 to the average bottom quintile family in America. And when you count taxes, the difference falls from 16.7 to 1 to 4. And then when you look at the bottom 60% of income earners, remarkably, when you adjust for household size, for all practical purposes, the bottom 60% of Americans have roughly the same income, even though you have a substantial increase in work effort. Only 34% of the prime work age people in the bottom 20% of income earners work.
That's an amazing number. That's their participation.
That's
only
right.
How much? 35%?
36%, and it's fallen from when the war on poverty started. It was 68%.
Wow. Wow. So you kind of hate to say it, but the government is essentially paying them not to work. And they're getting, and here's, I think, and you talk about the politics of this. So the bottom quintile is not giving any sweat, but getting all this money. Meanwhile, the middle class is working hard and sweating and not making much more, in some cases no more, and there is a populist revolt about that.
That's right. I think that's what the Trump populism was about. We saw it in the Reagan Democrats, if you'll remember, and we're now seeing it among Hispanics because the American middle class is 21% more Hispanic than it would be if you poll people at random. So middle-income Americans think like middle-income Americans. And Hispanics are hard workers, and there's a deep resentment and a justified resentment for people that aren't breaking a sweat, that are as well off as they are. They're working, their wives are working, they're struggling to pay their bills because of the Biden inflation, and because their bills are high. And there is a political reaction to this working. Now, economic reaction too. Low-income people find it's not to their advantage to work, and these new benefits are beginning to affect the second 20 percentile and middle-income Americans.
That's right.
If you pay people as much not to work as they get for working, you can't be shocked when people decide not to work.
Fred Smith of FedEx was on this show a few days ago in that very seat, touting your book and mentioning that, I don't know, if a married family with 2 kids, all in on the subsidies now, it's close to $100,000 that they can get. That was the number he used. $100,000? Really? That's a lot of money.
If they're not married, and they each have children, they can both qualify as head of household. It's possible, but look, $45,400 on average for the bottom 20% of income earners. That's a lot of money. That puts you into the middle class.
So why is the federal government destroying the dignity of work? Why is the federal government eroding self-reliance, things of that sort that we hold dear? These are basic American values. Federal government's undermining it. And under the Bidens, I dare say, they are accelerating this process.
Well, I think they're able to do it because the census doesn't count the income when it calculated child poverty, even though we had this massive income, massive tax rebate. child poverty, the official number, was virtually unchanged.
The refundable tax credit.
How is that possible?
I don't
It's
know.
possible because they didn't count it.
But they know that.
Well,
They know that.
they know
There-
it. They
there's some
certainly
smart
know it
people in there
now.
that know that.
They certainly know it now.
And it's with
what
child
happens
poverty,
is-
too. You're making the same case. The Census Bureau has badly overestimated child poverty, which
it's
gives
about 2%. They say it's 14.
14. So that gives the progressives more reason to throw more subsidies on this and make the whole spending deficit worse.
And
right?
they don't reach the truly poor who've fallen through the cracks because they got mental illness, because they got drug addiction. And it's a mess economically, and it's a mess for the people that aren't reached.
Yeah. Phil Gramm, folks. What's the name of the book? Give me the name of the book again. You don't have a copy
The
of the book.
Myth of American Inequality.
Good.
You can order it on Amazon.
Yeah.
You can buy it at the bookstore.
One click on Amazon. We love to sell books, and you can come back on the radio and talk some more about
I'll
this.
do it.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
best to Wendy Graham.